The Munich Pact. So we got a pretty dangerous deal that got screwed up a while ago. Let's talk about something that happened a long time ago back in 1938. There's a true story about how a big problem was handled in a way that got screwed up and caused really big problems later. Back then, there was a country called Germany, led by a guy with a really funny mustache. This guy wanted more land for Germany, and he claimed that a part of a country called Czechoslovakia, this part was called Sudetenland, should belong to him, belong to Germany. Said it was full of German speaking people and was nearby, so it should be a part of Germany. Czechoslovakia didn't really agree. Sudetenland was a really important part of their country. It had a lot of factories and natural defenses and resources. But Germany was really strong. And Funny Mustache Guy was threatening to take it by force. Now, what was the deal? Instead of going war to stop Germany, leaders from other powerful countries like Britain and France decided to make a deal with this guy. They all met in a city called Munich in Germany, and they signed something called the Munich Pact. Now, this deal said Funny Mustache Guy could take the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia, and in return, Germany promised not to take any more land. The leaders thought this deal would keep the peace. In fact, the British leader, Neville Chamberlain, came home and told everybody it was peace for our time, no more war. People got relieved because they were afraid of another big war happening after World War I. What were the consequences? First, it seemed like this deal kind of worked. There was no war immediately. What happened next showed that the Munich Pact was a pretty big screw up. Germany didn't stop. A couple of months later, in 1939, took over all of Czechoslovakia, broke his promise. The other leaders looked incredibly weak. By giving in to Germany's demands, Britain and France showed that they were afraid to stand up to him, and this made Germany a lot bolder. A bigger war started. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, and this time Britain and France couldn't ignore it. So all of this stuff, this invasion started World War II, a war that involved almost all the whole world and caused a whole bunch of suffering. Now, the Munich Pact kind of teaches us that sometimes trying to avoid a fight can lead to an even bigger fight later. Those leaders thought they could save money and stop a war by giving Germany exactly what they wanted, but he only wanted more. And instead of stopping him early at the onset, they waited until he got a lot stronger and captured more land, which made the eventual war incredibly worse, like unfathomably worse. And the story should remind us why it's important to stand up to bullies early before they take more and more. If you let them get away with small things, it changes the narrative of our relationships with countries. And everybody who has a weaker neighbor, well, you think you can do pretty much anything. And that's exactly what happened with Germany after the Munich Pact agreement. You give a little, they take a lot, and really bad things start to happen. I don't know why I'm talking about this today. Anyway, enjoy your weekend.